Turning rejection into triumph. A Stoic approach. The power of no, how rejection fuels. Growth rejection is one of the most universal human experiences. Whether it's a declined job application, a failed relationship, or being overlooked in a social or professional setting, the sting of no is familiar to us all. But what if rejection, instead of being an obstacle, could become a stepping stone? What if every no carried within it a hidden yes to something far greater? Inspired by the ancient wisdom of Stoicism and infused with modern psychological insights, this exploration will guide you through the art of turning rejection into a powerful tool for growth, self-discovery, and success. The Stoics, such as Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, were masters of resilience and mental fortitude. They believed that while we cannot control external events, we can always control how we respond to them. Rejection, from their perspective, is not an end, but a redirection, a chance to reassess, recalibrate, and rise stronger. In this first section, we will delve into the foundation of Stoic thought, why rejection is so impactful, and how adopting a Stoic mindset can transform your relationship with adversity. Why rejection hurts. The psychology behind no. Before we explore how to leverage rejection, it's essential to understand why it affects us so deeply. Human beings are social creatures. Our ancestors' survival depended on their ability to remain part of the group. In prehistoric times, being ostracized from the tribe often meant death. As a result, our brains evolved to equate rejection with danger, triggering a powerful emotional response. The pain of rejection activates the same regions of the brain as physical pain, which explains why it can feel so excruciating. But while rejection is a natural response, how we interpret it is entirely up to us. Modern psychology shows that people who frame rejection as a learning experience or an opportunity for growth are far more resilient than those who see it as a personal failure. This is where the Stoic philosophy shines. It teaches us to view rejection not as an attack on our worth, but as feedback or even a challenge to improve. Marcus Aurelius reminds us in Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Embracing the Stoic perspective. The core of Stoicism lies in the dichotomy of control. According to Epictetus, some things are up to us, and some things are not. Rejection falls into the latter category. You cannot control whether someone hires you, accepts your friendship, or approves of your ideas. What you can control, however, is how you react. By focusing on your own actions and thoughts, you reclaim your power and diminish the influence of external factors. Imagine a job interview that didn't go as planned. A typical response might involve self-doubt, frustration, or even resentment toward the interviewer. A Stoic response, however, would involve reflecting on what can be learned from the experience. Did you adequately prepare? Could you improve your communication skills? Instead of dwelling on the outcome, the Stoic focuses on self-improvement, on what is within their control. The role of reframing. One of the most powerful tools in the Stoic arsenal is reframing. This involves changing the way you perceive rejection. Instead of seeing it as a judgment of your worth, view it as a redirection towards something better. For instance, if you're passed over for a promotion, it might be because there's a more suitable opportunity waiting for you, or because this setback will push you to develop skills that will benefit you in the long run. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each rejection he faced during his experiments brought him closer to his ultimate goal. This mindset exemplifies Stoic resilience, seeing setbacks as steps on the path to success. Practical strategies to harness rejection. Stoicism is not just a theoretical philosophy, it's a practical guide to living well. Here are 3 foundational strategies to begin transforming rejection into an advantage. Detachment from outcome. Focus on effort, not results. When you give your best, the outcome, whether acceptance or rejection, becomes secondary. As Seneca said, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Self-reflection. After experiencing rejection, take time to reflect. What can you learn from the situation? How can you improve? This practice not only fosters growth, but also shifts your focus from external judgment to internal progress. Gratitude for challenges. Reframe rejection as a challenge to overcome. Gratitude is a powerful tool for resilience. By being thankful for the opportunity to grow stronger, you neutralize the sting of rejection. The bigger picture, how rejection shapes character. The Stoics believed that adversity is essential for developing virtue. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Fire feeds on obstacles. It turns them into fuel." Rejection, when approached with the right mindset, is like fuel for personal growth. It teaches humility, perseverance, and self-awareness. Take the example of J.K. Rowling, who faced numerous rejections before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Instead of giving up, she used each no as motivation to refine her work and prove her critics wrong. Her story illustrates a key Stoic principle. Setbacks are not the end of the journey, but a vital part of it, setting the stage for transformation. As we move forward, we'll dive deeper into specific examples, practical applications, and actionable insights that will empower you to turn rejection into triumph. Whether it's in your personal relationships, career, or creative pursuits, the lessons of Stoicism can help you build resilience, maintain composure, and thrive in the face of adversity. The journey to mastering rejection begins here. Stay with us as we explore real-life stories, timeless wisdom, and transformative strategies that will inspire you to embrace every no as a step toward your greatest yes. The middle ground, applying Stoicism to real-life rejections. Real stories of resilience. Rejection as a catalyst for success. Rejection, as painful as it can be, has shaped some of the most iconic figures in history. From business tycoons to creative geniuses, many of the most inspiring stories began with a resounding no. In this section, we'll explore the lessons learned from real-life examples, both ancient and modern, that illuminate how Stoic principles can be applied to triumph over rejection. The story of Abraham Lincoln. A life marked by setbacks. One of the most celebrated figures in history, Abraham Lincoln faced rejection countless times before becoming the 16th president of the United States. His path was riddled with failures. He lost 8 elections, experienced business failures, and suffered a series of personal losses. Yet instead of succumbing to despair, Lincoln embodied the Stoic ideal of perseverance. He recognized that these failures were not the end, but stepping stones leading to his ultimate goal. His resilience is a testament to the power of reframing rejection as a challenge rather than a verdict on one's worth. Lincoln's life teaches us an important Stoic lesson. The journey matters more than the outcome. By focusing on his principles and unwavering commitment to his values, he turned rejection into a driving force that ultimately reshaped the course of history. J.K. Rowling and the rebirth of perseverance. Before becoming one of the world's most successful authors, J.K. Rowling faced a series of rejections. Her manuscript for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was rejected by 12 publishers. At the time, Rowling was a single mother living on welfare, struggling to make ends meet. Yet she persisted, refining her craft and believing in her vision. Her story highlights a key Stoic principle. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. Rowling couldn't control the opinions of publishers, but she could control her effort and dedication to her work. When Bloomsbury finally accepted her manuscript, it was the result of her resilience and ability to channel rejection into motivation. Today, her journey serves as a reminder that every no can be a step closer to a life-changing yes. Marcus Aurelius, turning adversity into strength. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Roman emperors and a central figure in Stoicism, faced immense challenges during his reign. From plagues to wars, his rule was marked by constant adversity. Despite these challenges, he remained composed, focusing on what was within his control, his actions, thoughts, and decisions. His writings and meditations reflect a profound understanding of the impermanence of external events and the importance of internal resilience. In one of his famous passages, he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This encapsulates the essence of Stoicism. Obstacles, including rejection, are not barriers but opportunities to grow stronger. By embracing this mindset, Marcus Aurelius turned his challenges into triumphs, leaving a legacy of wisdom and strength. Practical applications of Stoicism in facing rejection. While historical examples are inspiring, the true power of Stoicism lies in its applicability to everyday life. Here are practical ways to incorporate Stoic principles when dealing with rejection. Acknowledge and accept your emotions. Stoicism does not advocate suppressing emotions, but rather understanding and managing them. When faced with rejection, take a moment to acknowledge your feelings. It's natural to feel hurt, disappointed, or frustrated. By identifying these emotions, you take the first step toward regaining control. Practice. The next time you face rejection, pause and name the emotions you're experiencing. For example, say, "I feel disappointed because I wasn't chosen for the promotion." This simple act of recognition can help you detach from the intensity of your feelings. Focus on what you can control. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When rejected, shift your focus from the outcome, which is beyond your control, to your response, which is within your control. For example, if you're turned down for a job, focus on refining your skills, improving your resume, or seeking feedback. Practice. After a rejection, list 3 actions you can take to improve or grow. This shifts your energy from dwelling on the rejection to taking proactive steps forward. Reframe rejection as redirection. As seen in the stories of Lincoln and Raleigh, rejection often leads to unexpected opportunities. Instead of viewing rejection as a failure, see it as a detour guiding you towards something better. Practice. Write down 3 positive outcomes that could result from the rejection you experienced. For instance, being passed over for a job might push you to pursue an even better role or explore a different industry. Cultivate inner resilience. Stoicism teaches us to build a strong foundation of inner resilience. This involves developing habits that enhance your mental and emotional strength, such as mindfulness, gratitude, and self-reflection. Practice. Begin a daily journaling practice where you reflect on the challenges you faced and how you responded. Over time, this habit will help you identify patterns, learn from experiences, and build greater emotional fortitude. Seek growth through feedback. Rejection can be a valuable source of feedback, offering insights into areas where you can improve. Instead of shying away from criticism, embrace it as an opportunity for growth. Practice. When rejected, ask for constructive feedback. For example, if a job interview doesn't lead to an offer, reach out to the interviewer and ask, "Could you share any feedback on how I could improve for future opportunities?" The stories we tell ourselves. Rewriting the narrative. A critical aspect of overcoming rejection is the narrative we create around it. Often, rejection is interpreted as a reflection of our inadequacy. However, Stoicism invites us to challenge and rewrite this narrative. Consider the story of a young artist whose work was consistently rejected by galleries. Each rejection felt like confirmation that she wasn't talented enough. But when she adopted a Stoic mindset, she began to view rejection differently. She realized that her art might not resonate with everyone, but it didn't diminish its value. This shift in perspective gave her the courage to keep creating. Eventually, her persistence paid off, and her work found a devoted audience. The lesson here is clear. The way you interpret rejection shapes your response. By reframing rejection as a stepping stone rather than a verdict, you empower yourself to keep moving forward. The role of community and support. Stoicism emphasizes the interconnectedness of humanity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "We are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids." When facing rejection, leaning on a supportive community can make all the difference. Example: after being laid off, a professional might feel isolated and demoralized. By joining a networking group or seeking mentorship, they not only gain valuable connections, but also realize they're not alone. This sense of community fosters resilience and opens new doors. Practice. Build a network of trusted friends, mentors, and colleagues who can offer encouragement and guidance when you face rejection. Share your experiences and listen to theirs. Mutual support strengthens everyone involved. Embracing long-term growth. One of the most profound teachings of Stoicism is the idea of long-term growth. Rejection is rarely pleasant in the moment, but it often contributes to personal development over time. Think of it as a seed planted in adversity that, with care and effort, grows into something extraordinary. Consider the story of a tech entrepreneur who faced repeated failures while trying to launch a startup. Each rejection from investors felt like a blow, but he used the feedback to refine his pitch and improve his product. Eventually, his persistence paid off, and his startup became a success. Looking back, he realized that the rejections had been essential to his growth, teaching him resilience, adaptability, and the value of perseverance. Practice. After each rejection, take a moment to identify the lessons learned and how they can contribute to your long-term goals. This perspective helps you stay focused on the bigger picture. The Stoic virtues in action Stoicism identifies 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These virtues provide a framework for responding to rejection with grace and integrity. Wisdom. Seek understanding and learn from each experience. Courage. Face rejection with bravery and determination. Justice. Treat others with fairness, even when you feel wronged. Temperance. Maintain balance and self-control in your reactions. By embodying these virtues, you not only navigate rejection effectively, but also grow as a person. In the next section, we will explore how these principles culminate in profound personal transformation and practical steps to integrate them into daily life. Stay tuned as we connect the dots and uncover the ultimate power of turning rejection into triumph. The final chapter, turning no into a lifelong yes, from theory to practice, living the Stoic path. As we approach the culmination of this exploration, it becomes clear that rejection is not an end, but a beginning. It is the forge where resilience is shaped, the crucible in which character is tested. Stoicism offers us a roadmap to navigate these challenges, transforming every no into an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. The key lies in turning Stoic principles into daily practices. While the philosophy itself is timeless, its power is realized only when applied consistently. Rejection is not an isolated incident, but a recurring theme in life. The more adept we become at handling it, the stronger and more capable we grow. Let us reflect on how to bring everything we've learned into a cohesive strategy for long-term growth and fulfillment. The Stoic daily practice, building a resilient mindset. Morning reflection. Begin each day with a moment of mindfulness. Marcus Aurelius started his mornings by preparing for the challenges ahead, reminding himself of the unpredictable nature of life. Take a few minutes each morning to ask, what challenges might I face today? How can I respond with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance? By setting this intention, you arm yourself with the mindset to face rejection calmly and thoughtfully. Evening journaling. Seneca advocated for the practice of evening reflection. Before bed, review your day and ask, where did I encounter rejection and how did I handle it? What could I have done differently? What did I learn about myself? This habit of introspection transforms each day into a lesson, helping you grow incrementally. Gratitude amidst rejection. Even when faced with setbacks, there is always something to be grateful for. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, reinforcing resilience. Practice. After experiencing rejection, write down 3 things you are grateful for. This exercise reframes your perspective, emphasizing abundance over scarcity. Visualization of control. Epictetus's dichotomy of control reminds us to focus on what we can influence. When rejection strikes, visualize 2 columns. Column 1, what's outside my control, e.g., the decision of others. Column 2, what's within my control, e.g., my preparation, attitude, and response. By concentrating on column 2, you reclaim your power and direct your energy toward productive action. The wisdom of stories. Finding strength in shared humanity. Throughout this journey, we've explored the stories of Lincoln, Rowling, and Marcus Aurelius. Their examples illustrate that rejection is universal, transcending time, culture, and circumstance. Yet these figures are not outliers. Their resilience lies within all of us. To reinforce these lessons, let's consider additional narratives that inspire courage in the face of rejection. The artist who persisted. Imagine a young sculptor whose works are repeatedly dismissed by critics. Each rejection feels like a personal affront, but instead of giving up, she decides to refine her skills, seeking feedback and studying the masters. Years later, her art is celebrated in galleries worldwide, and she reflects that the early rejections were the catalyst for her growth. Her story is a reminder that mastery often emerges from struggle. The entrepreneur who embraced failure. A startup founder faces a series of rejections from investors, each one questioning the viability of his idea. Instead of abandoning his vision, he uses the feedback to iterate and improve. Eventually, his startup not only secures funding, but becomes a market leader. His journey underscores the Stoic belief that obstacles are opportunities in disguise. These stories resonate because they are universal. They remind us that rejection is not a reflection of our worth, but a necessary step on the path to success. The bigger picture, how rejection shapes our legacy. Rejection, when embraced with a Stoic mindset, becomes a tool for shaping our legacy. It teaches humility by reminding us that failure is inevitable. It fosters courage by pushing us to confront our fears. And it builds resilience by forcing us to adapt and grow. Marcus Aurelius' insight, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way, captures this beautifully. Each obstacle, each no, is an invitation to rise above and demonstrate the strength of our character. Lessons for a lifetime. The path forward. As we conclude, let us distill the wisdom of Stoicism into actionable lessons that can guide you through life's inevitable rejections. Reframe your perspective. View rejection not as an endpoint, but as a stepping stone. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Embrace resilience. Remember that every rejection strengthens your ability to face adversity. Each setback is an opportunity to grow. Practice gratitude. Even amidst rejection, find reasons to be grateful. Gratitude nurtures a positive outlook and reinforces inner strength. Seek feedback. Use rejection as a chance to gather insights and improve. Constructive criticism is a gift that accelerates growth. Surround yourself with support. Build a community of trusted allies who can provide encouragement and perspective during challenging times. Focus on what you can control. Direct your energy toward actions and attitudes that are within your power. Cultivate patience. Success is rarely immediate. Trust the process and remain committed to your goals, even in the face of rejection. Closing thoughts. Your journey to triumph. Rejection is a universal experience, but how we respond to it defines us. By embracing the wisdom of Stoicism, you can transform every no into an opportunity for growth, resilience, and self-discovery. The path is not always easy, but it is deeply rewarding. Each setback is a chapter in your story, each obstacle a testament to your strength. So the next time you face rejection, remember this. You are not defined by the opinions of others, but by your actions, your attitude, and your unwavering commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Here's to turning rejection into triumph, one step at a time. The journey is yours to take. Make it extraordinary. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us spread more empowering content like this. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next exploration of timeless wisdom. Let's grow this community together.